and welcome to CX Today. I'm Rhys, Deputy Editor, and today I'm going to be speaking with Enghouse about the contact center space, and perhaps more specifically about why choice is so important for CX and IT leaders. And joining me for the chat is Miguel Marcos, the VP of Operations at Enghouse. Miguel, lovely to see you today. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting me.
No, you're always welcome. So I suppose we're going to start here, perhaps talking about how would you say the evolution of cloud technology has reshaped the customer experience?
Um, yeah, cloud has accelerated adoption, but again, we are seeing that it's not just about moving everything to cloud. I was mentioning that the other day that during pandemic, organizations learned very quick that agility was critical. But also more slowly, they are learning that control and compliance are not negotiable. Customers, many businesses want to modernize, but they don't want to do it at the same pace and also with the same way, right? There are reports that shows that after the first wave of migration that comes with pandemic and a couple of years, I would say, following that, research from 2024 shows that nearly 50% of the organizations are still not have not moved to cloud or that are still cautious. Let's say that way.
Yeah, so on that, I guess, and you've touched on it a little bit, but I think perhaps many CX leaders feel maybe pressured by vendors sometimes to adopt these cloud-only models. What challenges do you think that creates?
Yeah. So cloud only messages, they influence on top down decisions that may not be well informed. At the end of the day, it removes choice, and often forces organizations into very rigid and difficult migrations plans. Also, that pressure may create risks, just with compliance, with data sovereignty, and sometimes even in a way that disrupt existing processes and workflows. Balancing between innovation and business continuity is the true modernization. It's not all about, it's not about all cloud or nothing. And interoperability, flexibility, and avoiding vendor lock-in, enabling organizations to evolve on their own terms, that is, what it should be.
Yeah. I suppose another kind of saying I've heard you guys at Enghouse use is this idea of a contact center without compromise. What
Mm-hmm.
do you think that means, or not what you think, but what does that mean in practice?
Yeah. Above all, um, choosing cannot be losing, right? Um, Innovation, it can be very well combined with customer having still control, and messages like cloud or nothing. It forces compromise, and it oversimplifies the problem, right? Or not the problem, but the way. You need, or customers, they need to know that they can modernize at their own pace, in their own way, and without having to compromise their business. No matter if it's on-premise, private cloud, hybrid or CCAS, um, organizations should have and may have the same CX capabilities to meet their needs. You know, even if it's AI, analytics, omnichannel, whatever. Um, it is true that cloud, cloud is nowadays very popular, and but it's not the only way to go to the future. And our advice will be focus on your priorities and find the solutions that meet your needs, right? Not what a vendor says.
Yeah, I think that's always pretty good advice across the board, almost in the space, isn't it? And it's interesting that you talked about maybe different forms of modernization, how that can look different depending on the organization. I was wondering if maybe you could share some examples of how organizations are perhaps taking different paths towards modernization.
Yeah, of course, seek us absolutely, right? It in many cases, and for many organizations, it is the real key for unlocking real modernization. So, absolutely, yes. Private cloud, private cloud. We are seeing more and more government customers that wanted SaaS, and what SaaS is providing them, but also they want to have their own, Teams integrations for having all the teams on their side to connect between them and to get support from back office to the front line, and being able to provide or to get like the call center with quality and rich AI to cover your needs on CX operations, but keeping that like capability that keeps still like important, right? And also we have on-premise customers that for because security and due to data sovereignty, and well, they want to get like the taste of the AI and CX functionality, but they need and they have to be fully on premise. And for those, that is also possible, right? You don't have to renounce to modernize your call center and to get those CX experience tools with just because you are on premise, right? And also, I would say that I don't want to forget about hybrid customers. Hybrid customers, more and more, are maybe there are different, let's say, flavors in hybrid, right? There are the ones who, for whatever reason, they need to run on premise, but they want to use the AI and that the cloud can provide, and so they have the best of the two worlds, or something adjusted to their needs. All of that is what I would say that is taking different paths from the different organizations to get modernized.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned AI there, and it wouldn't be a customer service or experience story in 2025 without talking about AI. I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit more about how AI does fit into Enghouse's
Yeah.
modernization process or story, I suppose.
Yeah, I think it's important to notice that for us, AI is available across all deployments, right? The same that I was talking before: cloud, pure cloud, full cloud, hybrid, on premises. All of that is available. Our AI needs to be there, needs to be available for all of these deployments. Our AI focus on offering an AI of quality management, very hugely practical voice of the customer analytics and insights, multi, providing agents and supervisors with empowerment tools. And also, I have to say that is one of the most strongest roadmap investments that we have here in the company. At the end, I will say that the great thing is that in-house customers can modernize uh, AI capabilities independently of what is their deployment strategy, right? We don't force them to go to a different stage they are comfortable with to get AI capabilities.
Great. I suppose this is a topic I guess that we've covered throughout the chat, but just to round things off here, if you could sort of boil it down a little, I guess, what does set Enghouse apart in today's CX vendor landscape?
Yeah. So many vendors force a single path, right? Multi-tenant cloud or cloud. That's it. We don't offer nothing else. Um, we empower choice. Uh, we bring innovation to our, with our CX Engage SaaS solution. But and many customers and new logo. I mean, customers, actual customers, and moving or migrating to that, and also new logo. But we also support hybrid and on-premise equally. We are not just saying no. If you want to have those features, you have to go to cloud. No, that's not our approach, right? And we feel that this is a probably unique customer first approach strategy in our industry, in the call center industry. And at the end of the day, it allows modernization without compromise. Again, at the customer pace and at the customer way.
Yeah, I think that's a great place to end things there. Thank you, Miguel. I think this has been a really important discussion because I think, as we've talked about, it's such a busy vendor landscape right now. And I think there is a lot of that kind of pressure that organizations feel to adopt technologies. But it's important to know that there are so many different routes to modernization and you can find something that does kind of suit your specific needs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about choices.
Absolutely. Perfect. I did also want to just quickly thank our viewers as well for tuning in today. If you enjoyed, please do remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and you can always head on over to CX Today for more stories like these. Until
Also,
next time, thank you
thank you
for
very
watching.
much. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.